Hi there guys, Malha here, and welcome to another movie review. If you can't tell by the title, I'm switching it up this time, and I'm going to review all three John Wick movies in one video. Let's get right into the first one. So, the basic plot of the first John Wick movie is that John Wick, a renowned assassin who's also retired, just becomes unretired, I guess, because some mobster's son that he used to work with kills his dog, which is a gift from his dead wife, and steals his car. So basically he just goes on a fat manhunt and kills hella people. That's it really, to be honest. Now, getting straight into the good stuff, the plot is simple but effective and keeps you interested all the way through. The acting by everyone is brilliant, and on top of that, all of the fight scenes, which are the best part of the movie, are excellently choreographed. The soundtrack is amazing, and finally, the ending segues nicely into the second chapter. Now, if I'm getting into the bad stuff, I'm just going to have to say that near the middle of the story, it slows down a bit, and the writing is slightly off. Not majorly off, and it's not consistently off, but just slightly off. That's basically it, if I'm being honest. Yep, the first movie gets a 9 out of 10. Instant classic, if you ask me. Now on to the second chapter. The plot is a direct continuation from the first movie. John plans to, return to normal life, but his marker holder turns up and asks him to repay a past favour. This pulls him back into the world of assassins. Now, right into the good stuff, there are quite a lot of similarities in this with the original movie, and they're all the good ones. To start off with, so the soundtrack is almost as good as the first. Unlike the first, there aren't any pacing problems, and the script is amazing just like the original. The fight choreography is amazing as well, and I'm not really surprised. If it wasn't good, I just wouldn't be happy, and that'd ruin this entire movie. Now, going straight into the bad stuff, I didn't like how literally half the population were assassins, but could barely leave a scratch on John Wick. What's the point of having any threats when the protagonist is invincible? There just aren't any stakes. And that's the main thing that really bugged me. Chapter 2 gets an 8 out of 10. It was a great movie, but just felt shy of beating the original. And finally, there's Parabellum. The plot continues from the second chapter. John's now an excommunicado for disobeying the rules and is being hunted by every assassin in the world with a $14 million bounty on his head. We follow along to see how he handles everyone who attacks him and how he copes with being on the run. Now, the good stuff. I love the interactions between John Wick and Zero, played by Mark Dacascos, because their conversations were like the ones of a father who hates his son, and the son would have. It was just hilarious. The fights were also excellently choreographed. Like I said, if these weren't, this movie would be an instant 0 and I would hate it. I would never recommend another John Wick film ever again. But they weren't bad. That's why I love it. And like I said, honestly, I'm not surprised. Also, I liked how we got to see a snippet of how John grew up and what he had to go through. It was quite interesting, actually. The script was great, and the climax of the film was completely unexpected. The cliffhanger was brilliant. I didn't see it coming at all, and I love it. I cannot wait for the fourth film. Now, the bad stuff. This is going to sound a bit dumb, but since John was being hunted, there was a fight scene every 10 minutes. Now, they were all good, I'll give him that. And at the start, I was completely into it, but by the end, I was feeling a bit bored. It's just started to, tire me out, you know? Yeah, really, that's it as well. Now, Parabellum gets a 9 out of 10. Just as good as the original, and sets up a fourth movie, which I hope to do even better.